Hello and welcome back to a worst possible, not gameplay, but box opening. I'm Brent.
I'm Stokes.
And we're here to open up some Final Fantasy Commander decks, special collector edition, Surge Foil, all the good stuff. This is Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X is my favorite. I'm so excited to take a look at these cards. And then we also have Final Fantasy XIV deck over this way. Stokes is here for the Magic side of things. I'm here for the Final Fantasy side of things.
I'm here because I like the function of this deck. I have no flavor profile or reference to 14.
Yep.
14. I tried getting into 14, but they wouldn't accept my authenticator app.
Ooh.
And the email didn't populate and all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? We have a buddy James we're probably going to mention 14 times in this.
lot.
Our buddy James has max leveled every profession in this game. He actually won't shut up about it. He sometimes comes in and says, listen to this music.
Yep.
And he'll just play me a YouTube video up to my face.
I understand.
With a final boss thing. And I go, that's great, James. I'm so happy for you. I do the same thing with like Destiny or I guess Magic or even other things.
I understand for Final Fantasy X or 7 or like other ones that I'm more familiar with. I'm also not familiar with 14. But we'll definitely look at the cards because they're going to be shiny, they're going to be foily, and I know you are excited about the function of this deck, so that'll probably lean more that way.
Each one of these decks has sort of a type line underneath. I don't know what yours says, but be a master caster, card advantage, and control. Hey, win.
This says add counters, pass them around. And I love hearing pass them around because it says counter blitz, because Tita's here, plays blitzball.
Yeah, blitzball.
I love blitzball.
It's like one of those things, like you were joking yesterday when we were filming something else that you're like, Sephiroth. Everyone knows what Sephiroth is.
Yeah.
It's like Sephiroth and blitzball. I know those two.
Do those two things?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think also I could probably pick out Tifa.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I bet, well, in a Buster Sword, Cloud.
I think Tifa...
That's probably where it ends though for me, despite being someone who games often, perhaps too often.
Tifa's probably recognizable because no cosplay is easy, but Tifa's an easy cosplay. And that's why we're seeing that character. Comparatively, yes.
Well, and perhaps it's because of its proliferation otherwise that it's like, well, you can just buy a Tifa thing. You could like buy pieces as sold as Tifa. I don't know.
Yeah. But we're definitely
I'm no cosplayer.
Yeah, we're going to get into the decks. We're going to open them up, show off all the cards, talk a little bit about the flavor, a little bit about the function, and then we're going to go from there. So
what do you think? Dessert or vegetables? in your eyes.
I got to get dessert first.
Dessert first?
Dessert first,
all right.
baby.
Ishtala, you're going to the side.
All right, here we go.
Warlocks.
We're going to rip into this. This might be a speed up moment.
Yeah. But
there we go. We're in.
You did it. We're in. Oh, they gave you the counters too.
Look at that.
I'm just kidding. They always give you those.
Yeah.
If you use these counters, I don't trust you.
Whoa. All right, let's see. Oh, we got some cool little token cards on the back. Here's what we came for.
Are those alternate arts or?
I believe they are the.
Isn't this on their other card?
Yeah, with the number in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Who's this?
That's Yuna. Yep.
I only know this because it says Yuna's guardian.
It does say Yuna's guardian.
She is a princess.
A summoner.
Is that a square rhombus thing?
It's like a high priestess in this world.
Ah.
So this one has got a high religious tone.
So he's Link, she's Zelda.
Kind of, yeah, in a way.
Okay.
But not really.
Intellectual property. What does it mean?
Yuna's got an entire team of guardians with her. Tidus is someone from 1,000 years in the past that she just brings to her team. You essentially are in your town of Xanarkand at the beginning of the game. It gets destroyed. You end up 1,000 years in the future.
It's a lot of words. But also, that sounds exactly like Breath of the Wild, right?
Oh, I guess, yeah, Breath of the Wild. I wasn't thinking Breath of the Wild.
I mean, at that point, we're talking circles.
Yeah, I was thinking older.
Link, Zelda, Tidus, Yuna, waking up 1,000 years in the past. You know, it all stacks.
So
what are we doing with this, huh?
So that, actually, you know what? Yeah, before we get into the deck, we'll put the deck to the side.
I always open this first. Speaking of starting with dessert.
We're gonna open this collector booster. So we got the token, and then first card, Chocobo Knights.
Nice, that's gonna be part of a deck.
And then,
that's one of the pre-con extended arts.
Oh, Riku,
same
Resourceful Guardian. Also becomes one of the Guardians of Yuna. Glad to see those. All right, let's think everything back here.
Wow. God, I love
tokens.
Search for stuff.
Oh, so pretty. So I think the best way to probably do it is probably just lay it down and we'll slide the cards over. So we got Tidus there.
Yeah, you tell me.
Tidus, main character of the game. A long argued thing is how to say his name, Tidus or Titus, because it's one of the first Final Fantasy games that had voice acting. So you would think, oh, we know how to say it. but you can rename the playable character in Final Fantasy X. Tidus is the playable character, so you could have renamed him. So none of the dialogue has his name.
They say, the Guardian's here.
They're like, you, or like they direct it at you. They never like say your name. So
sure.
And then we got Yuna, Grand Summoner.
She is the Grand Summoner.
Yep. So you're essentially
Pretty
taking her.
cheap face commanders, just not money wise, please. I understand. Just mana
Cost-wise,
value. Yeah, 3 and 4 mana for 3 colors is about as cheap as you can get.
Yeah. Going through that, and then we've got Auron, Veteran Guardian. He's like.
Are you reading every card? Am I gonna have to read every card? These
No.
names aren't normal.
No, definitely not. I was just gonna go through like some of the highlight cards. So Auron's a main character. He's with you in the past as Xanarkin. And there you go, Chocobo Knights again. Gata and Luzu.
Oh, let me just get a peek
Okay.
at these real quick.
Yeah,
Just get a, okay, it's funny because when you catch it in the right light, it actually, like from my angle right here, I almost want you to slide over and see. It's foil, no surge. Like,
Oh
do
yeah,
a
if
little
I
slider.
stand right here, this card just looks
It's
foily.
just foil. I was like, oh, is it only surge foil on the face commanders? That's why. Oh no, okay, it's surge.
I'm actually
And
really-
I should probably just look at the monitor here.
camera's got a
We've got our
beautiful
confidence
shot of
monitor
surge,
here
yeah.
telling us how surgy it is.
All right. Lord Iskal Guro, essentially like a tree folk in a way. They're more humanoid than like tree folk in other fantasies. But
Well, it
they're
says
part
spirit
tree.
cleric.
Yeah.
Tree folk are a creature type. They could have done it.
Protection magic, summon Ixion.
I do kind of hate how beautiful these are, if I'm being real.
This is one of my favorite summons. I really like. I like lightning damage in a lot of RPGs. I don't know why. I just feel like you run into a lot of things
let's
weak
unpack
to
that
it.
a bit. Do you have any idea like why? I like void and psychic things because of the sort of control element, or invisibility is often tied to the sort of stalker type.
I think if I look back, I feel like a lot of the lightning abilities that I'm thinking about are AoE.
So you're thinking Pokemon, maybe?
Not Pokemon.
Or other
No,
things?
specifically
I was not
RPG
supposed to be
stuff.
on camera and not supposed to be opening this today. So I'm wearing a hoodie in the summertime that is Pokemon flavored for a Final Fantasy set release in Magic. I don't know.
Yep. Another summon, Yojimbo. Summoning Sending.
I don't even need to say anything.
Blitzball Stadium, there it is. I really thought this was going to be like a land card, but it's an artifact, so that's really great.
Oh, that's interesting. I guess thinking of stadiums, because I told you, I was like, if there's going to be reskins, we didn't know what this was going to be. We thought there was going to be Blitzball, but it was, I think, Strixhaven Stadium, which, if I remember, is an artifact, so
Cool.
it makes sense having a stadium as an artifact.
Lulu, Stern Guardian, the baddie of the group.
The mono black meanie? No Luliana of the Veil.
Nope, but still a great character, and I think the card is cool with stun stuff, but it's just not what people wanted. So hopefully she still sees some
just,
play.
A classic. Just throw proliferate on a card and you can trigger multiple times. Mana dump.
Yep.
A lot of mana dumps in counter-based proliferation decks, especially ones that just say tap to add mana equal to power. It's like, well, if I got 30 counters on this, proliferate. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So this is the kind of card, and this is kind of reason that every once in a while, if there's a counters deck, I go, let's just throw one infect card in there.
Let's just see.
You never know. You never know if you're gonna get there.
Owaka Traveling Merchant, guy you buy stuff from. There's Riku again. It's funny that both cards
guy
were
you
in this.
buy stuff from.
He's always
Merchant.
around. I'm not going to get into the backstory of all the characters.
I'm so
but,
happy to have a lore expert on my side.
Summon Belfour, Maester Seymour. This is the guy with the deep V, the shirt that
Yes.
goes all the way down.
Yes, so you can see more.
Exactly. Sphere Grid, a really cool card. And
Yes.
I'm glad they did something with the Sphere Grid instead of it just being like a throwaway kind of thing. So that's exciting. Another summon, Magus Sisters.
So summon cards, so these, you pay 5 and you have a 5/5. In this case, it has haste, that's nice. But then it will just sacrifice itself.
Yep.
In the video games, I assume the summon is like, I'm in a fight. I want to call her Tifa because it's one of the only names I know. Yuna, the Grand Summoner goes, here, the Magus Sisters. And then when the fight's over, they go away. Or it's like, you have 3 rounds of fighting and then they disappear, like that kind of thing.
In Final Fantasy X, more it's when they get defeated, you just then go back to your party. So it's like Yuna goes summon Ifrit, he comes out, does some damage, yada yada. If the fight's still going on, which usually it's not unless it's a giant boss fight, the summons take care of a lot of stuff. Does his thing, but if his hit points hit 0, then you go back to the party.
Now, I'm also, one of the really cool things about the way that these work, I'm just going to double check here. Yeah, so it's really interesting because Tidus himself, at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may move a counter from target creature you control onto a second creature you control. So it doesn't say +1s only, which means you can move a lore counter from this onto that and just keep it alive.
That
because it sacks at 3 lore, well, after the effect of the 3rd lore counter, but you can say, okay, I'm on lore counter 2, move to combat, move back to 1, next turn, get the 2nd lore counter effect again. In this case, they're all 3 the same, right? Or nope, they just don't have the normal.
Yeah, you just choose one at random. So there are different options.
Oh, it is choose at random. I was like, okay, it looked like 3 different effects in there, but all the same, you're going to have that effect just trigger again, and the creature can then stay. That's really nice.
Yeah, and I know we were looking at Yuna for deck building, and it was when another permanent you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, if it had 1 or more counters on it, just counters, you may put that many +1/+1 counters on it. So
again, the interesting thing here is you're taking a lore counter and you're putting it onto something that doesn't use a lore counter. So it's like almost useless unless they're both out, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, in this case, it is a translation from anything to a +1/+1. So.
Trommel, another kind of druid type character, person that works with Seymour in the game. Yuna's decision, big moment in the game. I believe it's the first kiss intimate moment between our 2 characters.
Arm to arm,
This is the moment. They're waist deep in water. They do a kiss and then they start swimming through the water, kissing each other. And another character later we'll see watches them.
What's that movie? Across the Universe?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm getting from it.
There's another character, we'll get to him later, that just kind of stands and watches them, which is a little weird. Yuna's whistle. Kamari, this is the guy that watches them kiss in the pool. It's a little weird.
Hello?
Big giant cat dude.
He what?
He's the guardian. He's very much like, I'm the muscle. I'm going to always be here no matter what's happening to protect Yuna, even if she's getting some in the pool.
Well, he's not Yuna's guardian.
She is. He is. They're all guardians.
No. Well, okay.
You got.
I'm just kidding.
You got Kamari. You got Tidus. You got Waka. You got Lulu. You got Riku. All different guardians.
What was it? Riku.
The
Okay. I know that name from something way different.
resourceful guardian.
We'll get there, right?
But
Or did
also
we already flip
Riku
that?
from Kingdom Hearts. We already flipped it.
Oh, okay. Wait, is that the same Riku then?
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts?
No, different Riku.
Oh, I was like,
Riku in
because
Kingdom
I know
Hearts is a dude.
Well, but they Final Fantasy and
They
Kingdom
do.
Hearts cross. Okay.
And Riku is in the game with Riku.
With a B? Did you say Briku?
Nope, Riku, R-I-K-K-U, is in the Kingdom Hearts game with Riku, R-I-K-U. 2 totally different characters, but they're in the same game.
I mean, my name's Jacob.
Yep.
I get it.
Yeah. Shalinda, Yevon Acolyte. So Yevon is like the essential god or being.
Okay, that makes sense.
all-powerful
Being
being.
an acolyte, after all.
Sin, Unending Cataclysm. Sin is literally the bad guy of the game. Sin. It makes it pretty simple.
Subtext.
Like I said, very.
Very subtle.
Yep. Waka, Devoted Guardian. Another Guardian. Waka,
Guardian.
Blitzball Captain. Collective Effort.
Considering all the Guardians in this deck, I think it'd be better if it was skinned after Destiny.
I'm sorry. It's just in the titles, though. Is this your willing it? You're right.
No.
It should be.
No, you just can't agree with me.
Oh.
You like this set.
I do like this set. I love this set.
Or the flavor, I guess. I don't know.
Damning Verdict. Farewell.
Ooh, Damning Verdict getting a reprint.
Yep.
I like that card. I like that a lot.
We got a lot of cool reprint stuff. Like we got Farewell here.
Well, cool. Farewell. I mean, yeah, cool.
Well, you know what I mean. Like,
It's a good card. So is Luminous Broodmouth.
yep. And we got the Promise of Loyalty, which this right here is like all
funny.
the weapons in the stand. Essentially, when you turn on the game and you're like, I'm gonna start playing again, you'll turn on the game and you'll hear like just the beautiful music and this
swell.
shot, and then it shows them by the campfire and stuff. So this is like, if you turn
a
on the
loading
game, you're
screen.
seeing the shot. It's cinematic before the game actually, before you even hit new game, continue, whatever. It's like you turn on the game, this is the screen you see.
Okay.
Resourceful Defense, Scholar of New Horizon, Sunscorched Regent.
So it looks like they really just put all of the cards on top that were non-reprints. They're like unique cards. Okay.
Together Forever. Now we're in the water. We're really getting at it.
Ooh.
There's some.
We're
there's-
really
There's some
getting at
discourse.
it.
There's some real.
I
there's-
want the card after this card.
There's some real discourse, I would say, or disagreement if they just kissed or stuff went further in that pool. We'll just leave it to the imagination.
Why is that a discourse?
Because some people are like, no, it's not like that. It's more innocent than that. And then other people are like, no, come on. We know what happened.
That doesn't sound like discourse. It sounds like just wanting smut. Kind of like what I said. I want the third card.
Right, but then-
I'm
but then-
in that
but
group,
then
but
if
I
someone's
wouldn't
like-
say I'm arguing any points.
Right, but then if someone goes, oh, no, they didn't, they go, no, you're ruining it. You know, it's like, that's not what it's about.
I'm more of a,
you know?
well, maybe.
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 Chasm Skulker, Inexorable Tide, Pull from Tomorrow.
Oh, that's a cool. It's got like a different art style to it.
Tidus
I like
remembering
that.
his dad, Jekt. which is also...
Jecht?
Yep, Jecht. Jecht. Also, Sin. Sins of the Father. Bane of Progress.
Goofy shit, dude. This is goofy shit. That's cool. It's goofy. It's cool.
Forgotten Ancient.
I love that card so much. I use that one in Bumbleflower. You know, I like Bant counters too.
This is one that I saw and I was like, Generous Patron. Yeah, put a Blitzball fan in there. There's the breadth of Final Fantasy that you could pull from. Yeah, he's just a random person in the crowd of Blitzball.
Interesting.
Look
at that crowd, folks.
Gyre Sage.
Love a foil Gyre Sage.
Hardened Scales.
Okay, these are, yep.
Incubation Druid.
Yep.
Path of Discovery.
I would like a new Kami of Whispered Hopes if that were in here.
Okay. Tireless Tracker.
I am also learning what's in this deck as we go.
Altered Ego.
Ooh, that's a fun one. I don't know if you've read that card.
No, let's see. This spell can't be countered. Always a good start. You may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it enters with X additional +1/+1 counters on it. Oh, that is cool.
So playing with, I mean, it is a Simic card, but playing with Simic Plus, you know, it's just, you're going to have so much mana, or you could have so much mana, especially, you know, we just go back just a couple. Oh my God, it was so much farther back. I just, for each counter on this creature, like that could be so much fucking mana, and then you dump it into the Altered Ego.
And then I'm not going to go back, but we didn't read it through. But Sin Unending Cataclysm is something that comes in and actually takes. You could take all the counters from all the stuff on your field, and then it consolidates and doubles.
And then when it dies, right?
And when it dies, you can move those counters to something else.
So
you
it's
still get to have it.
Yeah, I see that.
So Endless Detour, Fathom Mage, Walking Ballista.
Mana dump.
There we go.
Probably just going to get a lot of lands in a row.
Yep, we're going to get a lot of lands in a row. So we got, I'm going to kind of go through them a little. So we got Brushland.
I read them.
Canopy Vista, Exotic Orchard, Flooded Grove, Fortified Village, Glacial Fortress, Hinterland Harbor, Overflowing Basin, Port Town, Prairie Stream, Sky Cloud Expanse, Sungrass Prairie, Sun Petal Grove, Temple of Enlightenment, Temple of Mystery, Temple of Plenty, Vine Glimmer Snarl.
Okay, now we're into something else.
Now we're getting into some other stuff. The lands are through. Destroy Evil. So Seymour, character in the game, you think he's great because he's super strong, he helps you out. Then he wants to marry Yuna. Ends up not being that such a great guy. So that's why he's on Destroy Evil.
He is the evil being destroyed.
Yes.
Very good.
Grateful Apparition. This is a character that's like, they show up throughout the game and kind of like give you like, hey, this is, be warned, something bad's coming, or this is why you're here. This is the purpose you need to find. Like very just like a ethereal being that shows up.
I want to see because this looks a lot like a child.
Yeah. The first time in the game, Titus, big blitzball players, talking to a crowd of people. Everyone's like super hyped to see him. He's signing blitzballs and stuff, and then this kid says like
signing blitzballs.
Sure. And he's also like talking to two cute girls, and they're like, he's like, if I do this in a game, that means that goal is for you. And they're all like, oh, because he's like the top star of everything of Xanarkin. And then this apparition's there, and it's just like a warning of what's going to happen, which is essentially
don't talk to women.
Everything you know is about to blow up.
Oh, that okay.
Path to Exile.
Oh yeah, come on.
An offer you can't refuse.
Come on.
Dusk Skull Crawler.
Dusk Shell.
Oh, Dusk Shell Crawler, thank you. Farseek.
Fantastic.
Inspiring Call, which, if you're out in the internet, you probably know the meme of Titus laughing. Ha, 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 ha. That's what this callback's to.
Callback.
No. Which
I can't say I know.
Is
funny. That how it's framed? Is it much closer? Is it like just his head?
That him laughing is the one shot. And then it'll cut to a one shot of her. She does the fake laugh also, but them fake laughing together to try to get over the trauma ends up making them laugh together into a two shot, kind of. So at first, the fake laugh is literally a fake laugh. She's like, sometimes to make you feel better, I just laugh. I just make myself laugh. And that's why his laugh sounds so fake. He's like trying to get over something traumatic. And then they eventually help each other to laugh. And that's why there's the two shot.
Okay.
Yep. So we got 3 visits. Bread for the Hunt. And this is really cool. So Arcane Signet, so you'll see when we get to the other deck, every Arcane Signet, Soul Ring, and a couple others are specific to the games within the Commander deck. So this is Titus' Necklace.
Kind of just like the rest of the cards, yeah.
Yeah.
But they like stayed. I mean, we've had themed decks where, God, what set was it recently, right? Dragonstorm, right? They all had the same Soul Ring, but some of them had different, like they were all there was a Soul Ring, an Arcane Signet, a Command Tower, or whatever that were all the same. And one was Mardu, one was...
Oh, yeah.
And they were all in the packages, but they only had like 3 of the 5 cons or something, so kind of goofy.
Everflowing Chalice, Soul Ring, which is essentially the orb you go and save at, or if you're me, the orb I go to and then click Play Blitzball. Same orb.
Yeah.
Ash Barrens.
Back to lands. Oh, okay. These
Evolving Wilds, Forge of Heroes, Idyllic
I don't know
Beachfront.
this one by name.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's really nice. So you can, after you play your commander, just tap it to give him a 1/1. Functional in this deck.
Yeah. Nesting Grounds, Path of Ancestry, Radiant Grove, Seaside Citadel,
Seaside Citadel.
Tangled Islet. Islet? How would you say that?
Islet.
Is it Islet?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
thought so.
island.
I knew as soon as I said it was wrong, but I was like,
Hey,
neither
you know.
sounds right in my head.
Hey, that's cool.
Temple of the False God, Command Tower, Xanarkand, the town that immediately gets destroyed.
Ooh.
And then we get some cool full art lands at the Plains,
And the
more
plains. And the
Seventh
plains.
Heaven, which is, I believe, from...
I feel like does homie crash in this beach and wake up?
Yeah, I believe this is the beach. There's a lot of beaches in the
Oh,
game,
yeah,
so I think
I watched
is where he...
Ash Lizzle play 10 for about an hour. Like I had my eyes on it for an hour. It was up for whatever, 7 hours.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
a psychopath, but I had it up for an hour and it was her just talking to the same blitzball dude of like, I swear, we've been playing for 25 years. We've never won a game.
Yep.
This is our season. I'm like, she was like, I agree with her. Like, Waka, bro, you got to give up. Like, this ain't it, dog.
He had to do it for his brother, Chapu.
I got to take your word
Went
for
to
it.
a war and died, even though he said, don't go. Lulu, the love interest of Chapu, don't go. Everyone telling Chapu, don't go. And Chapu's like, I'm going to go. And then Waka's like, fine, if you're going to go, take this sword to protect you. He's like, no, I'm going to trust this Albed technology. And then he dies. So now Waka hates Albed.
Well, actually, I'm with you, Ash. Waka's washed.
Whoa!
Takes one homie washing up on a beach to fucking save the day and become a superstar, but he's been playing his whole life. 0 games.
Actually, Waka and Tidus go to a tournament, and Yuna gets kidnapped.
Very good. Well, yeah, you gotta lose Princess Peach sometime, right?
Tidus actually steps out of the game to go help Yuna, and Waka holds it down and holds them at a tie because he's supposed to throw the game to save Yuna's life while the crew
So
goes
he's
and
more of
tries
a
to save
defense guy, is what you're telling
He's
me.
like keeping him on at odd even the whole time, and then where they're like, "Hey, Yuna's safe, don't worry." Waka's like, "Cool, I got it," and they win
Throws
the
it.
match.
Oh.
And then we got the forests.
And this is the forest where... I'm just kidding. I think because do they have one for? They don't have one for like every game, right? So
No.
This is probably from this
Yep.
game from 10.
Island is from 10. You can see at the bottom. The forest
Oh,
is from
sure.
3.
The plains
I
is from
believe
7.
is from 7.
Boom.
And that
What does it mean? It's an ARG.
and that's Counter Blitz. My favorite Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy X. Very excited to actually sit down and play with this deck.
And based off of the entire reason you even played that one, continuously, I suppose. Blitzball.
Blitzball. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blitzball really stole my heart. Now we're getting into the next deck.
Da da da. Scions and Spellcraft.
Let's rip into this one.
All right, boom. I like the white. It's
Yep.
the art's not often. I'd say probably always printed on black. So it's nice to see that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got stuff over there.
got
The
stuff.
reason for the careful opening, if that was a,
Yep.
the reason for that opening was because this will be set decoration. So
You will see it in the backdrop of many gameplays coming.
true. All right, we
doing
have
the
the
pack
deck
first? We got
Well,
the
we
deck?
got to start with the pack.
Let's see what we get.
So far, I've only seen these packs open to have different versions of commander cards.
Yeah.
So I believe us to be safe.
Let's find out.
Da, 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 da. Conformer Shuriken.
Ooh.
Emmett Selk of the Third Seat.
So we got 7 and 14. So this one will probably be in here. I don't know if the Shuriken will be. Here we go.
Ishtala, Knights Blessed. 1 in Esper, 2/4 Vigilant. At the beginning of each end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, you draw a card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, which deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life. So without swinging or turning creature sideways, which I don't know if this deck's going to want to do or not, just cast 2 3-mana or higher non-creature spells, drain everyone for 4, boom, you're drawn. And that's you're not going to be drawn 3. I guess as I'm reading it now, you're going to be drawn just 1 if any player lost 4 or more life.
Yeah.
But that's the draw. The alternate commander. Wow, these are all cheap commanders. It's 3 and 4 on both decks.
Oh, yeah.
This one is Just Esper, 2/3 Cat Wizard.
Yeah, you gotta love it, dude. You got a Cat Warlock and a Cat
Is
Wizard.
it just because of the ears? I guess there's a tail.
Yeah.
Lifelink. Throw wide the gates is the ability. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay X life, where X is that spell's mana value. If you do, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token and put X 1/1 counters on it. Do this only once each turn. Okay. So there's kind of a... God, CGB loves the card. Why can't I think of it? It's literally right here.
Shark?
Yeah,
Typhoon?
it's Sharknado. Shark Typhoon.
Shark Typhoon? Okay.
Yeah, well, I was going to say it's Sharknado, but it's not. I couldn't think of it. But yeah, non-creature spell, mana value, you make a flyer with that. Like, I like that ability. It's cool that you pay the life, but it has the life link. So I haven't read any of these actually, so that's a really cool commander too. Astrologian's Planesphere? Planisphere.
Planisphere.
I'm used to planes with all the magic of it all. The first ability I read in this is Job Select. Wow, I don't know anything about this set at all.
So this you're gonna probably see a lot in this deck, but you see a lot with 14 cards is Job Select, where they're artifact equipments that just go to a hero.
I know that to be a thing in the game where you, unlike games where certain races or creeds or whatever can't be every class, you like kind of pick early. This one is like you're picking a job and like utilizing it one at a time, but based on your equipment. So that's kind of cool, and it also operates like the germ token or a citizen token that like it auto equips to the thing that it creates.
Yep.
So it kind of becomes a living weapon right away.
It's
I
a
like
cool
that.
flavor thing.
What are these names? Alice Levelier. That was not bad.
No, that was pretty
Partner with Alphinaud Levelier. Please be right underneath. Shit. Well, I'm going to hold that to the side. I'll read that later.
Okay.
Champions from Beyond. God, that looks fucking sweet.
It's so cool.
Wow, there's actually a lot of tokens in here. There's a lot of creature creation off of the spells. That's really nice for building a defense against my battle cruiser pod.
There you go.
That is just want to swing dinos at me all the time. Another Job Select equipment. Dancers, Chakrams. Wow, Dancer is a
Job?
job, I guess.
Makes
What was
sense
that?
in the Final Fantasy world.
We won't read it. I said I wouldn't. Summon Good King Mog the 12th. Tataru Taru. This is the one Shay opened yesterday in our recording and absolutely loved.
So cute.
Thancred Waters.
There he is.
There it is. All right, now I can look at them together. So we just have Azorius here in the partnership. No black. First strike, vigilance across the different characters. Second spell you cast costs 2 less, and whenever you cast your second spell, draw a card. It's a hell of a pair.
That's pretty
It's
cool.
a hell of a pair on actual bodies too that block for you. I don't know. Was that on the camera at all?
It was a little off.
Let me do a little.
There we go.
You know, it's hard reaching to the middle with the
Yeah.
reading with the mic here and that there. All right, we got another Job Select. Interesting. This one has so much text, they don't explain what Job Select is.
Oh, yeah.
They usually save that for the extended art versions of cards, but here it is. Let me send it out like a Leviathan. Hermes, what are you doing here? This isn't Theros. Overseer of Elpis. Kreisvelge
Nailed it.
of the First Blood. Brood. Well, I missed the word blood and brood, but I nailed Kreisvelge.
It happens because it's like an angle and the foils and stuff. Yeah, it's tough.
I know. Observed Stasis. Eye of Nidhogg. Should I be explaining what any of these do? I mean, I'm here kind of for the function,
Yeah.
but God, there's just so much reading.
It is a lot.
For on camera. I'll
Yeah.
definitely be sleeving this, reading it, playing it, but. Cast an instant or sorcery, surveil one. Job Select, again, another one. What job gives you a Reaper's Scythe? I'm interested in the game.
Maybe a
all of
Reaper
sudden.
is a job.
Think so? Just Reaper? Hey,
What
that's
else?
cool.
Assassin?
Put a soul counter on this equipment. Yeah, I like where that's going. Transpose. Ardbert. I wish I had saved just a little bit more of the info dump James had for me about a
know.
lot of these characters. Just a little bit. Maybe it's because of the names. I could remember the stories of individuals, but like who I'm tying the stories together. I'm not getting any matches here.
Is this what's we're gonna happen now? Is when James comes and starts talking, I'm like, shoot, now I have to focus because who knows what's gonna come next?
It's too late. We're already
Yeah.
recording. We're here.
Yep.
Where's James when you need him? Look at that. Our first of our extra polls.
Yep.
Emmett Selcher, the third seat. Estinian Varlino.
Nailed it.
I like the pinky purple behind there.
Oh, Hildebrand.
Oh yes, this is the joke side story, right?
Yep.
He's like searching for like gentleman zombie.
Yep. Gentleman
Yeah,
zombie.
I think we'll find that zombie token here later. Oh my gosh.
Look at that dwarf wizard.
She kind of reminds me of it looks like she's wearing a raincoat, like Little Nightmares a little bit.
Oh.
But I understand she's a wizard, she's reading whatever. Look how confused she looks. She is not reading something that makes any sense to her.
That is, yeah, it's almost like
or
like
her
just
eyes
like
were just open to the infinite of the universe, you know?
Yeah.
She learned too much
maybe
too
there's a
fast.
spell that like takes in information instead of having to read.
Whoa. Lice hexed. Lisa? Fancy spelling of Lisa? With this game, I never know.
I know.
Human rebel monk. Oh shit, a rebel. Oh, rebel's a really old creature type. Rebel support. Coming to a store near
It
you.
happened.
Papalamo Totolamo. That's not a name.
That's so cool. It's a great name. Look at that dwarf wizard.
Oh my god, that's a Dr. Seuss rhyme. That's like
Papalamo to Tolamo.
Yeah, my goodness, that's crazy. Urianger Algerelt. I'm better at the funny words. Oh, heyo. We love a reprint. Mm-hmm. Archaeomancer's map. That is a sweet reprint. I don't know where I'm going with it.
Well, my favorite thing is every time you're excited about a card, you immediately pull it off
I just pull
camera.
it off. Well, I got to pull it to my face. This is where my face. I could. Wow, look at that authority of the consoles. Let me look at that authority of the consoles. That's what happens to your creatures every time they enter. I'm gaining value. They're entering tapped. That's a tapped creature if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Cleansing Nova. Final Judgment. God, there's a lot of board wipes in these decks. Ooh, Archmage Emeritus. I don't know if that's gotten a reprint before. I like that. Dig Through Time. All right, I'm seeing a lot of the classics. Ooh,
Yep.
Rite of Replication. I did not expect that to be in here. It's funny I said the classics and then immediately I'm like, oh, we're copying things. I thought for sure we were just going to see more like cantrippy digging through the deck things.
Got it.
Because every spell is going to be, not every spell. 3-drop spells are
Right.
gonna be draining people and everything. So, Sublime Epiphany, we love options, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Torrential Gearhulk, man, what am I looking at? God, the foiling, get out of the way. I can't see.
Foiling, get out of the way.
Get out of the way. You tell me what I'm looking at there.
It, I believe, is a temple within a waterfall, maybe?
Get your knife out. We'll peel the foil off the top and then just slip it back on. Well, it can't. It's a construct. It's an artifact creature. It's a construct. So
Oh,
it's
so
like I'm
maybe it's
looking
like
at a
a
giant robot here.
Yeah, behemoth in a
Well, I
waterfall.
mean, looking at the monitor here, they can clearly see what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, Crux of Fate, Lethal Scheme. Ooh, Murderous Rider.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, that's cool. Wow, that looks really cool. As someone who hold on, I just got distracted immediately by the most Mothman looking Baleful Strix I have ever seen.
It's wicked cool.
So I'm gonna get Shay on the phone. Vindicate. Void Rend, we love all the removal stuff.
Coveted Jewel.
I think Bumbleflower just got a new Coveted Jewel.
There it is.
I don't have a super fancy version
okay.
of one yet, so to get a Surge Foil would be pretty cool. We're gonna keep this deck together.
Yeah.
We're not tearing it apart. I know, but there's singles.
Singles.
Tome of Legends. Then we get to lands. I'm just gonna see if there's anything unique in the set of lands. We got dual lands that enter tapped, dual lands that enter untapped, dual lands that reveal, all that stuff. White Auracite. So okay, this is from the set.
Oh,
Because it doesn't have the Chocobo, but it has the Final Fantasy. I was like, I'm kind of wondering how they piece all these together. They have unique reprints, land reprints, I guess you could say.
and then the set cards.
And then set cards, which that means that these are the ones that are going to be in standard.
Not
Circle
that
of
one.
Power. Ooh, Cut a Deal. That's also in Bumbleflower, so that's also going to be
There we go.
Ooh, these little Shy Guy looking Eva homies.
They look great.
They look great. Who knows what they do, but they are just some cute ass lingering souls.
Strange as it may seem, the longer I linger here, the less the matter of my epitaph concerns me.
That's the voice I just assigned to them.
I hope they have like really deep voices instead.
Ben?
Tough. Yeah, Ben, I need a voiceover ASAP. Swords to Plowshares. Hypnotic Sprite. into the story. Okay, these ones are back to being
Yeah.
commander only. Propaganda. We always need another propaganda, I suppose. Bastion of Remembrance. Why not? Heyo, that's a win con. Exsanguinate. Love that. Oh, Snuff Out? Holy shit. At common? I mean, it's a commander, so it doesn't really matter, but that's great. That card, I mean, as a common, this card was like $30, $40.
Oh, dang. Okay.
I mean, I don't know if it is today, because I think they printed it in Doctor Who as well, so it's dropped a bit. But when I first bought mine, I remember there was only 2 options. It was like from a dual deck, maybe Ultimate Masters, and then like an old, I think it was Tempest. So just cool to see. And as someone who really likes playing mono black a lot and killing things, this makes good sense.
Look, Avir, all these people have come to make you a gift of their souls.
How sweet. Who's
The baddest
that?
wizard chick.
Who's that? Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, where are you? I want to play as you. Siphon Mind. All right, we're back. We're here with the unique artifacts. Arcane Signet looking cool.
I've heard a lot of people excited about Relic of Legends with the new art and stuff.
Oh, okay. Like just
Yeah.
as the art and stuff. I was like,
yeah.
why?
Just because I think
Ooh,
the
that's
card's
a
cool, but
beautiful soul ring.
oh yeah.
Wow. Talismans. Yep. We love mana fixing. Ooh, look at that. That's great. I think, yeah, this is the one I could be using in Bumbleflower. Yeah, it's nice.
I mean, obviously,
Don't
Magic,
promise.
Commander, all that stuff. Really worried about function, cards, all that stuff. But the flavor. Some people don't like the universes beyond and stuff. But the art of these cards are so good.
They really are.
It's so they're so. I don't even know Final Fantasy 14, but they're just so pretty.
There's something about it, like, because, you know, I think the art for all of the Universes Beyond sets have been pretty good. Well, there's the ones that are the, like, it's Rick, or look, it's Chris Pine. Those ones feel less like inspired because they have to, like, replicate people. But I thought that Fallout and Doctor Who did a really good job of kind of adapting all of the visual styles into one visual style. And then Assassin's Creed was also great for having more of a set. Lord of the Rings, it felt more Magic than this, like Magic the Gathering Magic, because it's like they're the same genre. Yeah, they're so adjacent. They're inspired. Magic was inspired, I should say. But something about this one, like comparing to Assassin's Creed, it is just the, like, it's so high, like high fantasy, high magic, high whatever, versus Assassin's Creed being like soft archaeological fake history magic, like Indiana Jones magic, versus, oh look, a dwarf. Thought Vessel. Getting into some of the lands, more Ash Barrens, great mana fixing. Oh,
Very pretty command tower.
God, a crystally purple command tower. Come on, look at all these lands. I'm flipping through fast.
Yeah.
Evolving Wilds, Beachfronts, Temple of the False God, and then we got the same plains, same island. We got a swamp from 14. Okay, good. They kept a little bit of the flavor. We'll highlight that one a little differently. Ta-da!
Is that a dragon like on a roost?
I can't tell. Here, you grab one. You look. It looks like it's like, I can't tell if it's dead on the top or if that's some final boss ass shit on the top.
Yeah,
but it looks like it's like sleeping, but with his wings out.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it's like, maybe its wings are down, but it's, you know, it's hanging off the bed.
Yeah. It looks great.
It does look great. And then we've got our, there's the heroes.
There's many different hero tokens.
Holy shit, there's so many. Who are you?
Hello there.
Who are you and where is your legendary? Okay, well, I guess because we're making a bard thing, we're making okay, which one of you is the Reaper? That guy's got kind of a scythe thing going on.
Yeah. Very classic
let's
hero
make
look.
it so that people can see. A little bit of a scythe thing happening in the back. But you're telling me that guy, that ain't no Reaper. Guy playing the harp. You can't see it in the foil.
Oh yeah, the foiling is.
Whoopsies.
There
He's
we
playing
go.
harp. But yeah, I guess I'll have to flip him over and see. There he is. There's the zombie token
gentleman.
aforementioned. Oh, come on, look at that wizard, dude. Woo. That Vygar looking homie right there.
I guess I didn't go through the tokens, but we have treasure token.
I didn't read them.
Pretty clue.
I thought, you know, it's unique. There's so many
Spirit.
heroes.
Look at that squid token.
With Island Walk, okay.
Well, there you are.
I'm really excited to play this deck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always tough doing a multicolored mana base. I feel like you're never really going to get anything super great out of a precon. But I've recently been trying to more budget my decks, and I'm finding that the pre-con 3-color mana bases are fine enough. Especially when we were a store, we had Dominaria United come out and they did the 5-color one where they didn't put a Soul Ring, I think, for the first time ever in a pre-con.
Oh, wow.
That one was, I'm surprised at how much they can make 5-color mana bases work. That I've learned how to redo my mana bases a little differently from the pre-cons that I've seen, but also Caleb at Deck Tech for Decks has always got like 2 types of, he's got like, here's my $700 land base, here's my $25 land base. And I've like, in playing with friends, that you don't see the difference as much as you'd expect, or for the dollar.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely for the dollar, it's better to stick with something like this. But, some really great reprints, like for mine at least, like Snuff Out. I mean, it's tough because the reprints I would include in this deck are the ones that are included, like the Gyre Sage, the Hardened Scales. They're already cheap, though.
Yeah.
It's like if you're trying to find the per card value, you should just be not getting the Surge ones. Also, these are not the kind of decks, at least for me, if I bought a Surge foil deck, I'm not going to buy it, upgrade it.
No.
It's like I'm buying this as a like trophy piece.
Yep.
So that's something that you're gonna sleeve in and keep, which is what we're gonna do with these. We have the pre-cons, otherwise we have one of each versus the 2 that we were most interested in.
Yep.
So we got one of each, and those are the ones that we're gonna upgrade and translate and play with. But
Yeah. And if you are picking up or interested in any of the Final Fantasy cards or any of the cards that aren't even here but also have been spoiled and stuff, let us know in the comments which one you're most excited about. I'd love to hear what everyone's excited about, because there's a lot of cards. There's specifically cards that I've seen and stuff that aren't in these decks that I'm excited about and stuff. So I'd love to talk more about it. I love Final Fantasy. It's just a really cool world. It's one of those things where I heard about a long time ago that it was happening, and it felt so far in the future. Now that it's here, it's like, oh man, it is. I'm holding it. It's so great.
no, I had the same thought, that I was like, I can't believe when we was like, oh, there's rumors that there might be, and then they announced it's like, oh, we're gonna do a set, and at that point, we're already still looking 6 sets down the barrel. Especially as a store, we're talking. It was like, is it a set? Is it a secret layer? Is it a micro set? Was a new thing with Marks and Machines Aftermath at the time. So we're like, what is this thing going to be? But to see that it's getting I'll kind of call it the Lord of the Rings treatment, I think to see that there's too many games, too many worlds. They couldn't have gone smaller. So I'm happy with the size. I'm also excited to play with a lot of the singles, just considering their functionality. It's always tough though, because as someone who's very function forward, and this feeling kind of adjacently flavored to Magic, it's going to be one of those things you play a card and someone's going to be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Fallout card.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've seen that, but even just for the reprint's sakes, I like that. But I think there's going to be, like I pointed out, 2 cards? Snuff Out I was excited about, but the
Coveted Jewel?
Coveted Jewel was the first one. That's the one I actually remembered.
Oh, dang. I thought I'd help.
I know. It was like a talisman or something. Oh, no, Cut a Deal.
Cut a Deal.
Cut a Deal. Those cards are going to be going into Bumbleflower just because I like this printing of it. That's all it ever needed to be for me, was just the printing. Right now I do have the Bloomborough one in there. It's like everyone trading carrots and turnips with each other. But I'm a foiled person. I like it as shiny as possible. So, but that's exactly right. It's like these 2 cards that I want from here in Surge Foil, even if they're $5 a piece, like that's all that these are going to be. They're not anything crazy. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Thanks everybody for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Got a look at some Final Fantasy stuff. If you could like and subscribe, that'd help out the channel a lot. We'd really appreciate it. Let us know if there's more stuff you want to see in the future. We've got a gameplay coming for Final Fantasy, and there's also stuff obviously on the main Cobra Go
I
Blue
was gonna say
channel.
that's all going to be on the other channel. This is the box opening, dump channel.
Well, we do have the 60 card deck that'll be over here. So
true. Oh, that's true.
So we do have a
That's
Final
true.
Fantasy
we
play.
will be doing
that'll
the
happening.
starter kit. Yeah.
So I'm not sure when we'll be able to post that, but that'll be coming out soon. So yeah. So hopefully you like what we have coming down the barrel, and let us know what you think of Final Fantasy. Until next time, it's been real.